Book. Only me guessing that I saw like a chicken.
Book. Under pressure, under book. Listen, welcome back to Sunrise. We're checking in with our local library. And this morning, our guest, Yannick Torres-Swaby, will be talking about fun and engaging activities parents can explore with their children for the remainder of the summer, particularly reading with AI. Yes, you heard it, artificial intelligence. This segment will offer practical tips for parents on preparing their children for the upcoming school year, preventing reading loss and integrating technology into daily reading habits. Yannick, I said to Yannick before we got on air, I said, Yannick, what if they could come up with a thing where the artificial intelligence could be inserted or ingested or in some way get into the children so that it's bright?
Anything is possible.
I think we need it too. But it is something to talk about. You know, every time AI comes up, we have to think about how much the digital world is just evolving so rapidly.
Yes.
And in your view, I want to talk a little bit about how parents can use artificial intelligence tools to help their children to become stronger readers.
Right.
All right, so first thing first, AI came to us very quickly. And to many, it seemed like the enemy, right? So persons, they're kind of skeptic. Parents, they don't want AI because their children are going to be using it to do all their exams. They won't learn. But AI is nothing but a tool. And what a tool is, you get out what you put in. And that's what parents need to understand. Another thing they need to understand is that they need to be in the know, because the children are aware that the AI tools are out there. So parents now need to get in the know so they know and they can assist their children. Look, I'm a librarian, right? So I knew a little bit about these things. My children were the one who actually taught me some of the things that I know about AI.
Which is true.
That's true, and which brings me to the question now, how can AI enhance and not distract children? How can AI enhance reading habits, and perhaps the enthusiasm for reading? I don't know. Talk to me about that.
So AI, again, it's a tool. It's how you use it. There are tools available that you can use to accentuate the reading experience. Every phone now has WhatsApp. Every phone has Word. And if you realize, whether you realize it or not, when you open your WhatsApp chat, there's a thing that says Ask Meta.
Yes.
You didn't ask for it, but it's there. There's another thing that said Ask Copilot, Ask Gemini. And those are tools that children, they can use to enhance the reading experience. You don't have to be reading a physical book. Say you're reading a book, a child is reading a book. It's not a very well illustrated book, but the story is nice. You want to get some better illustrations, you go to AI. So I'm reading this chapter. Can you give me a visual representation of what is happening in the story? Can you make the character in the story more like me? Can you show me what the character would look like if they were an 8-year-old girl or a 9-year-old boy? So it helps to make the story more interesting. Also, another thing that you can do is use your prompts. So if you don't have a story that you like, you use AI to generate your own story. And that's, I've seen my children do that, and it's fascinating. They use the prompts, ask AI to generate the story. AI generates a story they don't like. Say, I don't like that one.
New prompts.
Yes. I don't like that one. Give me a better one. Give me one that talks about a little girl going out on the summer and the dragon is coming to eat them up. AI gives a green and white dragon. I don't want that. I want a more realistic dragon. So you are able now to be involved in the creation of your story. One tool that can do that is Canva. Everybody is familiar with Canva now. Canva has a story creation tool. So you put in your prompts, you tell Canva what you want. I need a 3-paragraph story, a 4-paragraph story about such and such and such. Make it this way, make it that way. Canva generates your story. And you are able to edit, to fix it how you want it. Another one that is my favorite is Story Jumper. Story Jumper is a website, it's an AI that children can use to generate their own books.
Wow.
So that's not only stories, it's a physical, not a physical, but a
Yes.
digital book.
Yes.
A digital book. Story Jumper allows them to create the cover of the book. It allows them to create their own characters. They can use their own pictures. It allows them to have their own effects. So you're gonna hear the rain coming down on the Monday evening because they're walking, and then you're going to hear them running because they want to come out of the rain. Story Jumper helps with that. And another thing about Story Jumper is you can publish your book and get paid.
I love that.
Whoa,
I have to
whoa,
say,
it's
you sound so
fascinating.
passionate when you're talking
Yes,
about
I
this, and
am.
you're
Yeah.
super enthusiastic
I
about it,
am.
which I love. I want to talk a little bit about the Jamaica Library Service and how, you know, it has been the cornerstone of literacy for decades. And I'm just curious to know, with your enthusiasm for this, the way the world is going, how is JLS staying relevant and accessible in this very new digital era?
All right, first thing, it's not new, it's just different. So we've always been technologically inclined, but now it's a different space. And the Jamaica Library Service, as always, we adapt. So now, instead of only physical books, we also have digital resources. So if you go on the JLS website, there's a section for e-resources. And there are several resources there that can augment the physical resources that we have. We have books from Bookstar to JA. I'm sure if you know them. You also have a YouTube channel that you can access from our page with digital stories pre-recorded that the children can listen to. We also have links to a number of ebooks, thrillers, romance magazines, teen books that persons can access.
But how is the balancing act achieved between the digital world and the library? Because I mean,
Yeah, physical books,
Yeah, the physical
yeah.
books. Because the fear would be that over time, if there's an erosion of the physical books, everything is being transported or transferred to the digital space. How it is being achieved now, the balancing act to get.
All right, so there will always be a demand for physical books. I prefer physical books. As much as I champion AI, I champion digital literacy, I prefer physical books. And there will always be persons who want the feel of the paper in their hand. How we balance this? We have a collection development policy that we use. Most books now are available in physical copy along with a digital copy. So if we have a physical copy, chances are there is a digital copy, so persons have options. You are not only designated to the digital, you can also, if you want, choose a physical book. So there are options.
And I think in this very noisy, loud world, there is something so nice as well about having a physical space dedicated to that level of peace, quiet, calm, silence, serenity, and escaping in a book or learning more or whatever it is. I think even the fact that you build communities around spaces like these, those things are harder to get rid of. You know, I think people actually crave that more and more. So speaking of which, how can communities and parents better engage with the library to just help advance Jamaica's literacy goals?
So I must let you know, the library is no longer just a quiet space.
Fine, yes.
It's no longer just, no man, first time, you know, you come in and be, shh, shh.
Yes.
You can't talk loud. Maybe that's why I was whispering. You can't talk loud. It's no longer a quiet space. It is, as Tami put it, a community space. So in our libraries now, we have different programs that are structured to cover persons from all aspects of society. So we have programs for early childhood, we have programs for primary, we have programs for teens, we have programs for senior citizens, we also have programs for just the general public. So the libraries are being relevant. We are focusing on community development, social interaction, everything. Can I just say a few other programs that we have?
Sure.
All right, so for the early childhood level, we have the Literacy Jumpstart for Parents. That program is geared towards parents of early childhood. So we go out, we teach them how to read and how to read to their children. That's for the parents. Now for the kids, we have the read and rhyme fun time. That's where the students come into the library. They have interactive reading sessions, and we also go to the schools. That's for the things. For the kids now, we have our summer program just ended. Some parishes are still ongoing. Summer program runs from July to August. We have our summer program for the kids. We have summer program for the teens as well ongoing in Manchester. We have the National Reading Competition, our flagship program, which is ongoing now. You'll soon hear a little bit more of excitement about that. We have Seniors Coffee and Conversation. That's for senior citizens. That the seniors, they come into our space, they have it's coffee and conversation, they have their tea.
I love this.
Yes, they have their tea, and we present on topical issues that affect seniors.
I'm so sorry to cut you, but I want to know where people can find out more information online about all of these offerings that you have, because they sound amazing, and it's just really wonderful to hear that this is available. So can you tell us where we can find it online?
So our website is www.jls.gov.com. We're on, I think, almost all socials. We are on Instagram, JLS Empowering Jamaica. We're on, what's the new one? We're on TikTok.
TikTok, okay,
We're on
yes.
TikTok, JLS Empowering Jamaica. We're on
Great.
Facebook. We
Yes,
are
there
on
it is on the screen
X.
as well.
Yes, we
Yeah,
are
so
on.
you can scan that QR code and it will take you to where you need to be. Thank you so much for being here, Yannick.
Thank
You
you for
certainly
having
me.
enlightened us today, and you gave us some of your energy, which I love. Like, you made me feel really amped up this morning, and I appreciate that level of passion. So thank you for that.
I know what the thing is, Tami, because there are some parents who are challenged right now because they are typing in the prompt. They are saying, help me to persuade my child to eat vegetables. And the child is typing a similar prompt, help me to persuade the parent not to eat vegetables. And they're both getting results.
Work on your prompts. All right, guys. Our guest has been Yannick Swebe, librarian in School Library Network at Jamaica Library Service. We'll be right back with more Sunrise. Stay with us. I wonder if these things are written with AI. We'll talk to my producer. She said, no, they're not.